Hey everybody, welcome to Getting Down with Dave Jones. Dave Jones here, and welcome to the new year 2013. I'm glad to be in here, and today I've got some great guests. We're going to be talking about a movie that was recently released here in the Knoxville area. It was shot in the Knoxville area, and it was also shot by Miss Rhonda Smallings.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you for having us today.
It's good to have you, and you're Wendy Rutherford,
I am.
and we're going to be talking to you coming up a little bit because you did some of the soundtrack that is in the movie, and also have work on some CDs that you're working on coming up.
Thank you for having us today.
Oh, anytime. Well, let's get right into this movie because we're gonna see a few scenes from it, and a lot of people know me, and we've seen you at the wrestling events
Yeah.
too. So we know a lot of wrestlers, and I saw
Yeah.
a lot of
Shine
those
in
guys.
Vegas, yeah.
Saw her in here, and Jeff Anderson, I think.
Jeff Wallman, yeah. He's also the assistant director.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he
Okay.
was.
I'll look into the, I have seen this, but I've only seen it once, so I'm gonna relish this when I get home and watch and pick out all the people I know. Well, tell us a little bit about your production company and how this came about and what happened here.
Actually, I'm the owner of Thunder Twist Productions. It was established in 1992. Before that, it was R&L Enterprise, which is me and my sisters had a little production company where we done plays and we done some just funny videos. But I always knew I wanted to be in the entertainment business. I always knew that I wanted to be involved with either in front of the camera or behind the camera. I took acting classes, took production classes, I write scripts, and actually I've worked with Tyler Perry. I've worked with several other productions. I've been extras on a lot of film. Won a lead role in a film in Charlotte a few years ago. Got to spend some time down there on Tabby Beach. So I'm very much always been like into the entertainment business.
Oh, well, that's great. And this piece, I did recognize some of the area and some of the decor of places around here. Can you tell us about some of the locations that you
I'd love
shot
to.
in?
Actually, I'd like to thank a lot of people for letting us use their locations. We shot, the bulk of the movie was shot off of 129 in Maryville down in Blount County. Had a house. There was a family, the Guttridge, Tiffany Guttridge. Her mother let us use her grandmother's house. That's where all the bedroom scenes are that's in the movie, and some of the living room scenes. The house, we spent a lot of time in that house, which is haunted. No, actually, it was really fun. We had a great time. We shot locations. We shot in a couple of the community center. We shot in a doctor's office in Maryville. We shot. Oh, Lord, there were so many places and so many people were so good to us. We also shot in Knoxville. We shot at Gage Talent here in Knoxville. Let us come in and shoot in their office. We shot in Sevierville at 24 Hour Door. We shot the office scenes there. We shot a lot of places. A lot of people were there to support us. So we was very, very fortunate to have these places.
Well, as you know, I'm sort of in this business too, and hopefully we'll be working together some in the future. This is my own personal question here. How well receptive those places you went seemed to be? Did you have any trouble at any places?
No, we had we actually, they was very receptive. Tiffany Guttridge found a lot of the places for us. She was able to, she knew a lot of people she talked to. She did a lot of her locations. Tootie Henniger found a church for us for the wedding scene. We also, I knew the Gage Talent, I knew Jamie there, knew some other people that we worked with through the film industry, so I got some other plays. 24 Hour Door, Teresa, she's awesome. She's always been there to support us. She's the owner of them. They was very receptive. They wanted us to come. They just opened their doors for us.
Right.
And we was very, very pleased with the way that they treated us. There's always anything we needed that was there. And there was another place I forgot to mention a minute ago, was MTM. That was the bar scene. Was that MTM?
Okay. Yeah.
That's the strip scene that's in the movie. Don't worry, there's no nudity.
Rats, oh well. Maybe we could have put that on the midnight show there.
Well, actually, we still have footage.
Oh, okay. Now we're
We'll get
talking.
that to you after the show.
Yeah, that's after the show. That's
Well, I told you as we were talking before we went to air, about a friend, mutual friend of ours. He goes by Connor Cruz.
Yes, Connor
that's
Cruz
his,
is a very good friend of mine.
and he was telling me some about some. It wasn't necessarily nude scenes in this movie, but stuff that he'd been involved in and everything. But anyway, he's going to be doing a show on CTV that will be playing after midnight, hopefully on Friday
great.
night. So maybe we can revisit.
We'll definitely check
some-
him out. We're big Connor fans. We love
Oh,
Connor.
he's a great guy.
He actually has been writing some music
Mhm.
for Wendy.
He has written a couple of songs, and maybe we can get him to come on and do a live performance with me or something.
That'd be excellent there. I've heard he was a musician. All I've seen
He's
him
good.
do is get beat up. Or try to beat guys up.
That's
He's lost most of his.
Actually, Connor had wrote a song for "Woman in the Mirror." It didn't make the cut. There was a few things that happened and some things changed around. But he had written a song for "Woman in the Mirror" when we first was putting the production together, and still love the song. So maybe we can go back and use it in another film that we're working on.
Oh, that'd be great there. Like I said, I'd like to collaborate. I've been doing some things and worked off and on with a lot of different things around here, and I'm just glad to know that somebody's local that stays here is motivated as what you are, because this is the best production, folks. There's information on where well, you've got an email that Well, you tell them the email.
Well, it's Thunder Hoofs Productions, and Hoofs is with an F and not a V, at yahoo.com, or you can go to the web page. It's Thunder Hoofs Productions.
Okay, and
You can just look
you
it up on
can
Google.
get that from.
Yeah, that's what I say. You just look it up on Thunder Hoofs Production. You look it up on Google.
All right, that'd be great. Now I've got. You can email me. I'm David at agendavideo.net, and I'm gonna have links to all this stuff, or I'll email you back the links to all that kind of thing, and the music video. That's something we can link to as well.
Yes.
We're gonna see that later on. We're gonna look at some of this Woman in the Mirror, and tell me about the movie in particular.
The movie was it originated in Kentucky. The start was actually in a motel room. Ash Parker, the leading lady, myself, and the biker king, which is Trampus King, that's in the movie, and my cousin was all in a motel room because we've been filming this indie film up there that we've worked with, also with makeup artist Shauna, which is our makeup artist for Woman in the Mirror. But we were sitting around and just kicking ideas and stuff, and I said I was wanting to write a film, and Miss Parker started talking about her clients that she worked at the time. We was, telling funny jokes, and we was all just kind of talking. We started talking about, go ahead and making a script. Well, it was about three or four months later, I started writing, and I was like, hey, look, I'm sending this to you, and I'd like for you to look at it, see what you think. And so basically, the movies got written over the internet. Because it's like I would write a scene, I'd send it to her, she'd do all the grammar check and all the spell check, and she'd send it back, and if she had an idea, she'd tell me, and I would try to incorporate it in. A couple of the scenes, she had ideas for and worked on them. We put the scenes in. There's one in there of a client, actually. The client is Tiffany Guttridge, playing the client. It's a very funny scene. It's you just really get caught up in this scene. It's just so funny.
It's one of my favorites.
It is one of my favorites too. It's just really funny. It's kind of almost the life of that Ash was working at the time, because she was her job she had as a social worker type. She was dealing with people like this.
Oh yeah.
So, but anyhow, the movie itself is about a mirror, and my family being Cherokee, my mom's Cherokee blood. The belief is that their soul's trapped in mirrors. And like if someone dies, they'd cover the mirrors so the soul wouldn't enter in. But there's like souls and stuff trapped. So that's where it was incorporated, kind of talking about that. And we talked about seeing stuff in mirrors and seeing faces. But this movie in particular, this young couple fall in love and they get married and move into this home and they find this mirror. And to their knowledge, this lady that lived there before had killed herself in front of this mirror. And so Elizabeth Sharp, which was played by Ash Parker, starts falling and just loving this Mira. She just kept talking to this Mira and everything. She just started changing. She went from this little sweet, innocent social worker person to she like ends up in this biker bar, and she's like fighting. That's where Cheyenne Vegas comes in, because she actually you have to see it. Cheyenne actually gets whipped a little bit, and it's by a little scrawny girl. It goes flying over a pool table, but it was really like it's more like a schizophrenic type at this point. You know,
Yeah.
she's starting to live these two lives, and she don't know what's going on, and she ends up going to see the doctor, which is Wild Man Anderson, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Great job. He did a great job acting
He
in the
did.
part. He was very supportive during the whole thing. But they're trying to find out what's going on, and you don't ever know if, as you're watching it, if he's going to find out in time before the Mira takes her soul or not takes her soul. And, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, a little suspense there, because I did a little research and started figuring out what was going on, because as you said, I guess it's Elizabeth Sharp, the character that Ash Parker plays, is doing weird things, and it's the audience knows, but the people around her don't know
Right.
exactly what it is. So it's intriguing to watch them figure it out, and won't give away the ending, but
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the whole time she's thinking she's dreaming. I mean, she's seeing these dreams, and she's having these headaches, and she becomes run down. She goes at one time and she meets up with her parents, and which is played by Marvin West from Sevierville, and then Donna K. Pearson, which is from the area too. Awesome actor and actress right there. And they tell her, you got to go to the doctor, and the whole time they're very supportive. And then you got Walker Harrison, which is the leading man in it. He's a theater actor, but he done awesome on this job in front of the camera and film.
Well, that's going to lead me into, I've always been intrigued with this. Does that translate, does that help being a theater actor? Because I know acting, and I've got a lot of respect for people that act, because you've got to bring all that intensity and to your character, and then you got to remember that, and then when they do the reverse angles and all this other stuff, you've got to get back into that where you were, from just okay, I just ate a sandwich now, or whatever's going on at the time, you got to get right back to that. So I can appreciate that, but I also know the theater role, you have to sort of become that character for the hour and a half that you're on stage, and I guess that's what did you see any corollaries between that? I guess?
Well, the thing with acting, at any time you have to be a character. I mean,
Right.
film character, like Johnny Depp himself, he starts months and months ahead of time, and even his kids have to call him that character's name.
Yeah.
But back to your question, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump off.
No,
I was
that's
just saying, theater and film are totally different type of acting. Theater is more expressions, more you have to give it to your crowd in the back row. You have to not only say it, you have to feel it. Film is a little less. You got to bring it down some. You've got to have the emotion, but not over the top. Walker done great with adjustment. He did, coming in as a theater person, not really doing film and stuff. He was willing to learn. He was willing to do what was needed to be done to get the part done. A lot of theater people, and I worked in theater younger in life. I mean, done a lot of theater. A lot of theater people, it's over the top when you get in front of a camera and you can see it, because it's like this expression compared to, but so that sometimes there is problems crossing over that bridge, but a true actor can make the adjustments and find the spots between the two. It might take a couple of times looking at themselves on camera and saying, oh, I can see where I'm pushing too much, but normally it's not that hard to do.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of respect for them, because that's I've done a little acting myself, and I just I'm terrible at memorizing scripts, so I'm better at improv, but you never know where you're gonna go if you start improv and
Right.
take off somewhere. Well, you're talking about some of the actors, the ones that I do know. worked on a production with Ash Parker and Wildman Jeff Anderson, as who we know in real life as Jeff Alshire. I've known him most of my life, so I've seen him in a lot of different things. Tell me about those two individuals and how working with them was.
Really, like I said, we all become a close network family. The whole situation, because you're together with each other for hours and hours and hours, and Jeff was always there to support. And he actually, as we all know, this was a low budget film, and Jeff actually built a lot of equipment that we needed. He built. Not only was he helping with assistant and directing, and he he was a stunt coordinator. He come in on the spots when we needed like a track for the camera, and he'd build us a track. We needed a light box. He built us a light box. He got us steady cams. He built steady cams for us. Jeff was awesome all the way around, and he always had great input. He's a great actor. He really is. And I've seen him in the ring. We've all seen him in the ring.
Yeah.
Sometimes we wonder about him. We love him. I've seen him in other things, but he really, in this one, he really went into a role that shows a totally different person. Becoming a doctor, and he's like this specialist, and he becomes that doctor, and I really like that.
Yeah, the parts I've seen, I noticed that right away. Out of character for what I knew of him, to have played a doctor, but I thought he pulled it off and did an excellent job. And now Ash, I know she's from the Kentucky area. And
she is. She's from Harlan, Kentucky. I worked on a film up there with her, another indie film. That's how I met her. That's how we became friends. She's done several things that she's worked with while we was doing Woman in the Mirror, and she's been in Sins and Secrets, a bunch of other stuff. Ash is a good actress. She comes in and takes a lot. She is the star quality of the scene. Actually, when we was writing this film, Ash was written for that part. That part was written for her. She, and it's not because that's who she is. That's the person she can play. That's Ash acting. This is her being the star of the film. Ash is a great person. She's really, Lord, the stories we could tell. Many times, the ones in the motel of her rapping or whatever, but she's fun to work with. Actually, we've got some footage of some bloopers and stuff. There's a lot of people I know would love to see these that we was playing around. Now, actually, to be honest with you, we have a scene in the movie that we did fun around and made a blooper and actually incorporated into the movie and used it. I'm not going to tell which one it is, but there was a blooper type thing, and we even snapped it as a blooper because we was just playing around, and it was like, all right, that's pretty cool, so we used it. But she's the type of person, she likes pulling jokes on people, and she likes to have fun, and she's just Parker. What else can you say?
That's what I remember about her is just she did when it was business when the cameras were rolling, and then she was down to earth and a fun person and talkative and just a great person to be around.
Yes, and she very much wore her Kentucky stuff in a Tennessee movie.
Absolutely.
Just gotta love her.
Oh, she is. And let's see. We've covered a lot about this, and we're gonna see a few clips from it, and then come back and talk about the soundtrack, and then actually see a music video that was made through the movie. It was you tell me, it was made partially with some scenes from the movie.
Actually, yes. So actually, I'll just let Wendy tell you about what went on with this here.
I became friends with Rhonda while she was shooting this film, and she needed a wedding singer, which I don't even think at the time she asked me to play the wedding singer if she knew I could sing or not. But we were going to reincorporate the soundtrack after the filming. So I played the wedding singer, and then we decided to record a song. We didn't really even know which song to record, and we were going through some, and she had one in mind, and we picked this one out together. It's called I Will Be Here. It was originally by Stephen Curtis Chapman. And so we decided on that song, went and recorded it. And then Bob Denny, who was our awesome editor,
Lifesaver.
kudos to him because he was amazing and helped us so much. And he decided from hearing the soundtrack of my song that he wanted to do a video which incorporated scenes from the movie. So we went and shot. It was sleeting that day and freezing cold, and we found a location, which was a church, that it just turned out amazing just to film me singing it. And then he edited and incorporated the wedding scene from the movie and different scenes from it, and it just turned out amazing. And I'm very proud of it. I am.
Well, I have seen that, and it's actually on the DVD as a separate menu item.
Mhm.
The video that's got some scenes from the movie, but it's a separate video, and then the soundtrack and some great sound pieces in here. Well, what we'll do right now, we'll take a break, watch a few scenes from the movie, not enough to give it away. Everybody needs to come out, figure out. You've got a Facebook, is that correct?
We do have Facebook.
And let's see, we can't use
It's
certain
Thundering Hooves
addresses.
Productions.
All right, so if they look up Thundering Hooves
Mhm.
Productions, then it should go there.
It
And
will.
hey, that's how I get my Facebook out. I'm under Dave Jones as for this sort of thing, and then a Wrestling Around with Dave Jones. 2 words like it's my name. It's the way I can get that one out, and I have wrestling news, and I kind of put everything together. Right now, we're going to look at some of the footage there, and then we'll come back and actually we'll go from the footage, and then we'll see the music video after that, and then we'll come back and discuss that.
Okay.
Get away from me! Bright night, city lights, I'm gonna make my mark tonight. Here I come, so don't get in my way. I'm doing good, I'm feeling fine. I'm a legend in my own mind. I wouldn't have it any other way. 'Cause I'll do it because I can. Do you know who I think I am? I'm riding high, I'm riding tall. I don't have no cares at all. Say what you want, 'cause I don't give a damn. Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here.
Everyone, please be seated.
If in the dark we lose sight of love.
Who gives this woman's hand in marriage?
Her mother and I do.
Is there anyone here that can show just cause why this couple should not be joined together in holy matrimony? Speak now, or forever hold your peace. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined together with her, and they shall be one flesh.
May I have the ring, please? Thank you.
Whosoever God shall join together, let no man put asunder. I now pronounce you man and wife. you may kiss your bride.
Oh no, not again.
As sure as seasons are made for change.
Wow. Look at this mirror. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it looks like something you'd see in an old estate sale.
Yeah, because you go to estate sales all the time, don't you?
I've been to one before. You know that mirror would look really good above our bed.
You're so retarded.
Hey Sam, can you play us the song that you're gonna do for the talent show?
Oh, sure. This is in the key of E. Sing it with me. Whoa, I'm falling for you, baby. Oh, I'm a little crazy. I don't know how. I'm falling for you now. I'm a little crazy. Crazy. A little crazy.
Hello. Elizabeth Sharp Miller. You're William's daughter.
Yeah, that's
Nice to meet you.
Dad said that he knew you.
Yes. William and I go back a long way. We were in med school together. That was when we were both young and attractive. What are we seeing you for today?
I'm really not sure. I'm having some headaches and I'm having trouble sleeping and
Let's see.
I just feel kind of tired.
How's your appetite been?
I'm not very hungry, but I make myself eat.
Okay. Open, please. Ah. Good. Is there any unwanted stress going on in your life that you can tell me about?
No?
If you hold a candle to a mirror at night and say, unlock the door, I want to know more, then you can see your future in the mirror.
Unlock the door, my friend.
Easy on you if you just tell us what happened last night at the Lazy Arm.
No.
You mean to tell me that we find you standing over a woman with blood on your hands, and you mean to tell me that you don't know what's going on?
I don't know.
I find that hard to believe.
Sweetie, come on, baby, come on. Beth, just give it. Come on, Beth. He's got it. He's got it. Just give it to me. It's okay.
Bradley, get! Downstairs! We gotta get help! Get!
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear, 'cause I will be here. I will be here when you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind. I will listen and I will be here when the laughter turns to crying, through the winning, losing, trying, we'll be together, 'cause I will be here. Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the future is unclear, I
are made for change. Our lifetimes are made for years. So I will be here. I will be here. You can cry on my shoulder when the mirror tells us we're older. I will hold you, and I will be here to watch you grow in beauty and tell you all the things you were to me, 'cause I will be here. Oh, I will be true to the promise I have made to you and to the one who gave you to me. Cause I will be here. Just as sure as seasons are made for change, our lifetimes are made for years. So I will be here, we'll be together, 'cause I will be here.
Well, hey, we're back here getting down with Dave Jones and my guest today, Rhonda Smalling, and Miss Rutherford, like Rutherford B. Hayes, Wendy
You can
Rutherford.
call me Wendy.
Oh, yes. And, well, Wendy, we saw your music video, and that was great, and we also saw a few scenes from the movie, and, well, tell me, I've done a little bit of shooting and editing, and you've mentioned your editor that was a great guy. How did some of the post scenes go after the movie? You do a wrap, and then you've got to get it all together.
Well, after the wrap party, you think everything's done, but it's not. We had a little issue with editing. We'd had a couple people that stepped up was going to edit. Things had happened. Their life got a little busy. Of course, this being an indie film, no budget really. You can't really pay anybody. But we had an angel come to us, Bob Denny, with DDX Media. He's the owner and operator of that. He's locally filmed here. It's awesome. He come in and took on the job, and you couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, he done the artwork for the covers. He did the editing. He's been a total blessing.
He did the music video.
He did. He
without
fixed the music
asking.
video. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
And I can't give enough kudos for him. He's awesome. And also on the front of that, in the menu, there's trailers. It's trailers for some of the stuff that he has done, his own
Okay.
films. That's what those are. I mean, I just want to give a big shout
I know,
out to
he's
Bob
very
Denny.
talented.
He is awesome.
Well, I know how that editing is, and I know you've had some experience in
Yeah.
it. And you're an awesome singer, and I want to.
Thank you.
We're going to do another show featuring you and some music, because you've got more than just one song.
Right.
And,
I would be glad to come back. That would
That
be
would
awesome.
be great. I would love to do that. And any last words, anything you want to say about the?
Well, just want to thank you for having us, Dave. We really enjoyed it. If anything, if you ever want us to come back or whatever you want to know, just let us know. Any other projects in the future?
Well, definitely. I hope we can work together on some stuff, all three of us,
Right.
and get some productions. I know a lot of people that want to do a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to help them, and maybe we can put our forces together and get some things done. And I'm glad we're getting stuff out here in the Knoxville area. We've discussed in another show I'd like to do is, I can discuss the film commission, because I know found it was probably easier to do this in another state, a little more inviting.
Oh, yes,
And,
yes, there's plenty of
lot
stuff that
of-
we could talk about there.
A lot of our economic dollars, the opportunities here in Tennessee, beautiful landscape, but they just don't support as well as other states do. But anyway, that's for another show. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for
And if-
having us.
Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys for getting down with Dave Jones, and hey, we'll see you next week.